Okay, this is September 2020. It's a time for 21 months update. And the past 3 months since last update, and a lot of things happening in the garden. Most of them are involve fruiting, flowering. So I'm going to just, for this update, I'll be concentrate on fruitings. And the first part has American Beauty, Pink Panther and G2, and I think American Beauty is the one of the best, at least in my collection. They consistently have break reading 19 and highest at 20, and they are very big, about around 1 pound or over a pound. I don't have anything ripened now, but they are pretty big. All these things are that one G2, that's one Pink Panther. They have very good flavor also about American Beauty, but they are not very productive. I mean, I have total probably have 6 or 7 fruit harvested. This is the last one. You can see it's very big. And G2 is a little bit smaller compared to American Beauty. It's a little bit less sweet. The bricks number is like around 17, 18. And they have a little bit sourness to it. So some people will say it's good balance between sweet and sourness. So, but I like sweet ones. So I think American Beauty tastes better than G2. And Pink Panther has smaller fruit. You can see its fruit is smaller. But to compensate the small fruit, they are very productive. I have so many them, so they're consistently fruiting and the flowering. So this is one of the Pink Panther flower too. So fruit tastes pretty good too. It's because of small size. It's perfect for a snack. You put in the refrigerator every time you want to have a snack. You take one out, cut it open, and use a spoon to eat like a kiwi. I really enjoy it that way. And the next one is the only one I haven't tasted yet. This is a Cassia one room, and you can see they have a lot of fruit now, but because this was a little late, I bought a little late, and the early buy one was a very small piece. So I have a lot of fruit now, but I haven't have a matured yet. But a KVA, I call it KVA, is brothers and sister to Bruni and the Conimers. You can see they have same color of a flower, but the fruit I can see is a little different. See this one? It's kind of the fin is like a fatter fins, and Bruni has a little thinner fins. I can see little differences there. So we'll see. And also the size seems bigger too. See the size of that, and the size of these is smaller kinda. So we'll see when the fruit ripen. We'll see if the tastes are similar or not. And this Bruni and the Connie Mayer is a very productive one. All these fruit is a third wave of fruits. Oh, and also these two are pollinated by frozen pollen that they stay in the freezer for 111 days, over 3 months. So anybody interested in how to freeze dragon fruit pollen for later use, I'll put the link at the end of this tape. So at least the way I preserve my pollen, you can keep them at least over 3 months, and could be much longer. And Bruni and Connie Mayers is the one I consistently testing to make them sweeter, to see if harvest them later or increase the nutrients, make them sweeter. You can see that's one of them that's not harvested yet. That's probably is over 60, 70 days on the branch. But what I found is the harvest date did not change the Brix reading much. I harvest Bruni from 40 after pollination, 40 days after pollination, 50 days, 70 days, even 80 days. The Brix reading is consistently 15. But their Brix reading is supposed to be 20 or above. I bought this from Spicy Exotics, so I trust them. So something in my environment or something is not up to the optional level, maybe the plant age or something. So we have to wait for next year to make a final decision if this can get to Brix reading 20 or not. And this one is my Becca's baby. You can see that two fruit there haven't harvested yet. This one has a low reading also, but they have very interesting flavor to the fruit. When you open the fruit, they have a very nice rose petal smell to the flesh, and when you eat it, and you can feel that the fragrance in your mouth too. It's very, very pleasant taste. So, and also wait for next year to see this one can increase their sugar content. But remember, Brix 15 also means have 15 grams of sugar in 100 ml water. That's a lot of sugar. I remember in the first video I used my fraction meter. I test watermelon and grapes. A pretty sweet watermelon only gave me a reading of 5. And later on I have a very sweet watermelon that tested only gave me a 9. So somehow our taste bud had more sensitive to the sugar in watermelon than the sugar in dragon fruit. I don't know why. Maybe the sugar type are different. But anyway, so this one will wait for next year to see if I can get better Brix reading or not. And this one is my Trisha. Trisha have very big fruit, about a pound also, but the reading is also pretty low. It's around 16 or 17. And also this Trisha is an early ripening dragon fruit. Around 38, 39 days, they already start to crack. So once you have Trisha, you have to harvest them soon. This is flower bud for my Colombiana, and you can see the fruit also from Colombiana too. And this fruit won't be ripe until next year, February or March. They take them 6 months to ripen, so we didn't taste that one yet. And this one is a white variety called Graffiti, but from the shape of the fruit, I think it's more close to Thai dragon, Thai kitchen. It's white and pretty sweet, around 17, 18, and I'm pretty happy with it. And also this same pot, I have Condor. You can see the flower just opened last night. Condor is kind of late bloomer. At the early time, a lot of flower and fruit was supported, but now it seems to start to have a lot of flower bud and a lot of fruit, and some are pretty big, like this one, like this in my hand. It's like a very same length my palm, very big fruit, and it tastes really good too. Very similar to American Beauty. And this is a sugar dragon, and that's a neon. These two are very similar. You can see the fruit is small, but it's really productive. And these two I think is almost the same. And this is my a physical graffiti. It's a late bloomer too. You can see the fruit is pretty big. And one thing interesting about their taste is pretty sweet. We have brick reading of 18.5, but have very obvious sour taste to it. Maybe some people like those balanced sweet and sour taste. But to me, it's a little bit too sour. It's a little bit more sour than G2. That one was picked pretty early, so maybe I'll pick later will be more sweet than sour. Anyway, it's a good variety. It's pretty big too. And this is Delight. Now I have harvested some more. This is the most productive plant I have. They have 2 waves of flower fruiting already. Total maybe 20-30 fruit harvested. Very big. Not very big. It's a medium size, like less than a pound, but 10 ounces to 15 ounces. They have a pink flesh and not as sweet as American Beauty, but it's very pleasant. A very pleasant taste. And all the other one, you just it's still too young and not flower yet, so not going to talk about it. This is already too long, so I'm going to just stop here. Alright, this is 21 months update. I'll see you next time.